I don't have to have enough power to hurt him. I just got to beat him. That's it. If he slip up, then, you know, he will get hurt.
With Crawford, Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time.
As the match draws near, Terence Crawford shows unshakable confidence in his abilities, ready to take on the challenge. On the other hand, Canelo Alvarez leans on his deep experience, reminding everyone that he has faced countless professionals like Crawford before. Canelo assures that he will use all his talent and knowledge to secure victory. The tension builds as both fighters prepare to prove who truly deserves to stand at the top.
Dealing with this.
You know, I've been in this sport like so many years. I had so many good fights in my career, and I had the experience to adapt myself to these kind of fighters. I fight everybody out there, every style, and I'm gonna do my job and put all my experience, all my talent there, and that's it.
Terence Crawford enters this contest brimming with self-assurance, expressing his belief that he can take down any opponent who stands before him. His confidence during interviews and press events reflects a fighter who knows his skills and trusts his training. However, the numbers tell a deeper story. Canelo Alvarez's extensive professional experience with 67 bouts against world-class fighters gives him a level of seasoning that few can match. In contrast, Crawford's 41 professional fights, while impressive, pale in comparison. When considering the volume of high-stakes situations Canelo has navigated, this disparity in experience could be a key factor once the bell rings, as the small moments of decision-making in the ring often separate victory from defeat.
Know how great Terence Crawford is, but they don't know how great Terence Crawford is at 168.
Terence in his bag right now. He's going third person. You feel me? But yeah, like Terence has every right to talk his shit literally here. He's being respectful and fair play, but the questions are the ones he's asking, the ones he knows are being asked. What's he look like at 168? Can he take the power? Is he going to be too small? Is he going to be able to deal with Canelo's experience over time, right? Even though Terence is the older fighter, he has, I think, 20 less fights than Canelo does, or maybe more. I think more than 20. And also, you know, competition level. This will be the most skilled, most experienced, biggest, strongest fighter that Terence Crawford's ever faced.
Throughout his career, Canelo has consistently faced off against the most dangerous names in boxing, from stamina to strategy. These encounters have sharpened his instincts and forced him to evolve. On the other hand, Crawford has not yet shared the ring with that same level of elite competition. While he has dominated many skilled fighters, he hasn't been forced to adjust to the power and cunning of boxers like Triple G. This gap in experience against the very best could influence the dynamics of the fight, giving Canelo an edge in handling adversity.
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that O that he has, is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the old.
Roy Jones Jr. provides a nuanced view, emphasizing that the real test for Crawford will be his ability to absorb and respond to Canelo's power. According to Jones, technical ability can often overcome weight advantages. He believes that if Crawford can handle the physical pressure, his precision, footwork, and ring IQ could turn the tide. Jones highlights that mastery of boxing fundamental timing, angles, and anticipation can neutralize raw power. The outcome will hinge on whether Crawford's skill set can withstand the heavy artillery Canelo is certain to bring.
So far there's some pushing and shoving going on. The weight difference is a big factor as well.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not going to always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight. If he don't do the right thing, which I don't see him doing, I don't know why he would at this point in his career. I don't know. It'll all be predicated upon how well Terence can take his punch.
Yeah. You said you don't think, or you don't look into the weight difference. Why?
When you know how to box, when you're as skillful as Terence Crawford is, weight don't really matter much. Only thing that matters with the weight is can you take the punch. And I'm sure you've been sparring with super middles and light heavies, so I'm sure you probably can take the punch. So that's the only thing when you got skill. Now you don't have a skill, you can't take the weight, take it up, because you're gonna lose your punch, you're gonna lose everything. When you got skill, all your stuff that you have goes up with you.
Shaquille O'Neal, an outspoken fan of combat sports, confidently predicts that Crawford will emerge victorious. His endorsement stems from Crawford's track record of outclassing opponents with surgical accuracy and relentless determination. Shaq sees Crawford as the superior technician and believes this technical mastery will lead to a knockout. While his take adds excitement, it also highlights the split opinions among fans and analysts regarding how the styles of these fighters will mesh in the ring.
Fight right now, Terence Crawford versus Canelo. Who do you got?
I gotta go Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford?
Yeah.
Why?
This is the best ever.
Really? You think he's the greatest ever?
Yeah.
Over Ali, Muhammad Ali? I didn't know you were a big Terence Crawford fan like that.
You have to understand that there's eras, and in different eras, you can bring out the titles. Like, for example, Joker's the best big man now.
Right.
And I don't like.
You put Joker over you as the best big man?
It's different eras and different time. It's not my era, not my time now.
True.
It's their time. So he's the greatest big man in the NBA right now. So I let the people decide who's that. But right now, Terence Crawford is the best.
So
and Floyd, because Floyd has never lost.
So how does Terence beat Canelo? Decision?
He's
or
gonna knock him out.
He's going to knock Canelo out?
Yes, man.
So they're going to have the fight at the Vegas Stadium, Raider Stadium. You're going to be there?
I heard it was off.
No, it's back on.
Okay.
Now
Yes.
it's back on. It's in September 13th in Vegas.
Yeah, I'll be there.
You'll be there. Front row?
Of course.
All right, cool. You're the man.
Trainer Robert Garcia points to Canelo's recent performances, which he describes as less explosive than those earlier in his career. Garcia argues that this slight decline could provide an opening for Crawford. He suggests that timing is everything in boxing, and Crawford may be stepping in at a moment when Canelo's sharpness is not at its peak. This perspective paints a picture of a fight where momentum, recent form, and strategy might outweigh experience alone.
I would probably say Crawford versus Canelo, because it's a fight that most of the people don't give Crawford a chance because of the size, but he's got skills, man. He's got skills. He's got good speed, good footwork. That's why I do give him a chance.
You do give Crawford.
I do give Crawford a chance, of course. Canelo's last few fights, he does his work. He gets work done, but never does that little extra to please or to. He knows he doesn't need to anymore, so he's just comfortable enough with just securing the win. He became a businessman, and I think that could be something in favor of Crawford, that if he comes out in his best and good footwork, Canelo is flat-footed. He his last fight, especially against the runner, he was throwing one punch at a time. Didn't even try to be aggressive and get him into the ropes, throw combinations of 4 to 5 punches. He never even tried that. So I think at this stage, I am giving Crawford a big chance of maybe pulling it out.
Manny Pacquiao offers a diplomatic and respectful take on comparisons between great fighters. He points out that each boxer brings a unique blend of strengths, strategies, and styles to the ring, making direct comparisons unfair and often misleading. Pacquiao's view encourages fans and analysts to appreciate fighters on their own terms, rather than through the lens of rivalry or legacy debates. This wisdom underscores how the clash between Canelo and Crawford should be judged on its own merits.
What do you make of Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Floyd Mayweather?
Crawford what?
Better than Floyd Mayweather. Canelo said that.
Crawford can beat. No, Crawford said Canelo. Canelo said Crawford's better than Mayweather. What do you think? What's your assessment? there's a different style, you know. I mean, they're both good fighters, so it's hard to compare yourself to others. Like, you know.
Do you think?
Thank you, guys. We gotta go. We gotta move on,
Mayweather
boss.
did against Canelo. Do you think he can do any of that?
What, Canelo?
Can Crawford do any of what Mayweather did against Canelo?
That's a good fight. I mean, you know,
We'll
we'll see.
Thank you.
Reports from Canelo's camp reveal that a key part of his preparation focuses on mastering ring control by working on cutting off angles and limiting Crawford's movement. Canelo aims to reduce his opponent's ability to dictate distance and pace. This tactical choice aligns with Canelo's strengths as a pressure fighter, who thrives when he can close the gap and unleash combinations. How well Canelo executes this plan could determine whether Crawford can fight at his preferred range or find himself smothered and neutralized.
As you see here, Saul Canelo Alvarez reveals his training to cut the ring off against a highly versatile fighter in Terence "Bud" Crawford coming up September 13th in Las Vegas, Nevada. Terence Crawford have the ability to switch from southpaw to orthodox, and Terence Crawford can also box on his toes and has a lot of power. What y'all think? Will this work? Let me know.
Brian Bayomack McIntyre, Crawford's longtime trainer, exudes quiet confidence as he discusses their game plan. He emphasizes that Crawford's preparation has been thorough, with every possible scenario considered. Bomack highlights that they respect Canelo's abilities, but believe in their fighter's capacity to adapt and excel under pressure. This confidence is rooted not in bravado, but in the hours of study, sparring, and strategy that have gone into their camp.
Somebody like that, like a Canelo, it not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skills?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, Bud boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Bud just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter, and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses.
Kell Brook provides a rare and valuable perspective, having faced both Golovkin and Crawford. He warns that Canelo represents a distinct challenge, combining power, precision, and ring smarts in a way that few can dot. Brook praises Crawford's speed and tactical awareness, but cautions that Canelo's experience in high-pressure fights makes him exceptionally dangerous. His insights suggest that Crawford will need to bring his best both physically and mentally to prevail.
You know, it's a wow. It's a wow fight, you know what I mean? It's two supreme athletes fighting against each other, but you've got to sway towards Canelo. Crawford's gonna have to, you know, move up, and you know, I knew when I boxed Golovkin, you know, there's a big difference, you know, especially with someone that, you know, fighting a middleweight, a mediocre world champion's okay, but when you're fighting someone like, you know, Canelo or Golovkin, it's a different kettle of fish, you know. I have to lean towards Canelo, but you know, Crawford's very, very, very good.
You think Crawford's still got the legs? Obviously, he's very much got great IQ in the ring, but he's very much a good mover as well. Do you feel like he's still got the legs to be maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to?
Well, I don't know. You know, I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. He's more, you know, he kind of sets his feet and is just his cue with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather. But like I say, it's one of them what we've got to tune into and watch. You know, both unbelievable fighters, but I'd have to favour Canelo. Just his size and his experience.
Crawford's defining trait as a fighter has been his ability to read opponents and shift tactics seamlessly during a bout. This versatility has left even seasoned adversaries unable to keep pace. Against Canelo, this skill will be more important than ever. Crawford will need to adjust to Canelo's timing, power, and defensive maneuvers in real time, finding openings where few exist. His success will depend on whether he can stay one step ahead in this high-stakes chess match.
Crawford, on the other hand, he has been walking down his fighters, and people don't see that but me. For some reason, when I had that tape, people were screaming cat. And it's like David Evanesia, Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Gamboa, a meme machine. Even against Madrimov, the way he won the fight was by fighting. It wasn't Floyd Mayweather sticking. This guy has been too athletically gifted, and I mean explosive, hard punching, and too strong for his ops. When he's in orthodox, he boxes more. When he switches, he becomes a puncher. And now he's coming out southpaw. He ends you. He is not, you gotta watch him fight. He does do athletic things where his hands and his feet work together and he catches you for sure. But what he mostly do is he punishes and he bullies his op because he walks you down and whips your ass. He's an ass whip.
Turki Aloshik's endorsement of the fight adds an air of global significance. His confidence in the event's magnitude signals that this is more than a clash of two champions. It's a cultural and sporting spectacle. Aloshik's backing ensures that the bout will be promoted on a grand stage, attracting worldwide attention and elevating the stakes for both fighters.
Wonderful.
Because we are true fighters.
We are two fighters.
True fighters.
True, yeah, of course. No, I'm not YouTuber fighter.
Huh?
Not YouTuber fighters. Yeah, of course.
They need to talk and talk chat about the fight because they want to say something. The people know we are great fighters. They want to put a great fucking fight.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk.
I am sure. In the end, in the mid of September, we will have one of the greatest fights ever happen in boxing, and I am sure of it.
Dana White's involvement in promoting this fight marks a rare crossover between the boxing and MMA worlds. His promotional expertise promises innovative marketing strategies and could draw new fans to boxing. White's support highlights the event's potential to transcend traditional sports boundaries, making it one of the most anticipated contests of the year.
Unrelated to this fight, but Turkey made it seem like you weren't going to be promoting the Terence Crawford-Canelo fight. Is there anything you can kind of clear up on that?
He made it feel like I wasn't?
Yeah, well, he said that someone else was promoting it. He didn't say no TKO. He just didn't include your name in a tweet, and people kind of freaked out online about like, where'd Dana go?
I'm going to tell you what's awesome, man. So there's a lot of fucked up things about boxing, but they don't say shit. I mean, nobody talks. It's the most amazing thing. If we sign a deal, I gotta fucking get on my phone quick and go, hey, we just fucking, because 90,000 people will be out there talking about it. These guys don't talk. I'm promoting the fight.
Nico Ali Walsh sheds light on Crawford's preparation, noting his sparring with larger partners to simulate Canelo's power. This strategic choice reflects Crawford's understanding that size and strength will play a central role. Comments suggest that Crawford is leaving nothing to chance, refining his approach to ensure that size differences won't dictate the outcome.
People with Canelo before Canelo's last fight, but then after Canelo's last fight, it seems like it's more 50-50 now. So everything is just the build-up for that fight is just going to be absolutely magnetizing. Like that fight, it's garnered so much more buzz after Canelo's last fight, and Bud is Bud. He's one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. He is one of the greatest fighters in boxing history. So it's going to be a fight. It's going to be awesome to watch.
Have you spoiled any of them?
I haven't sparred Bud yet. I haven't been in Canelo's camp. I've met Canelo a few times. I love Canelo's team. Canelo's one of my favorite fighters. He's been my favorite fighter for the longest time. But you know, I have to be Team Bud because me and Bud are cool, and I have so much belief in Bud, and I know who he is as a fighter. He is one of the greats. So he could do anything you know, he wants.
And being around both of them and seeing how they work and train and things like that, what makes both of them the fighters they are, in your opinion?
I've watched Bud, so for Bud in particular, he's calm in everything he does, and that kind of calm is scary to watch because it shows experience. You can see that he's been doing this for decades.
Oscar De La Hoya's take serves as a reality check. While he acknowledges Crawford's brilliance, he stresses that weight and physicality could be decisive factors. His cautionary words remind fans that in boxing, the laws of physics can't be ignored, and enthusiasm should not overshadow practical concerns about safety and fairness.
William who? Canelo versus William Skull. William who?
Oscar being back in New York over here.
No, let's just say Canelo Crawford, in the history of boxing, and this is the facts.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
If you see Thursdays, Fact Thursdays, I speak the facts. All right, I'll even do it for you. A good little man has never beaten a good big man in the history of the game, unless you go back to certain situations with Pacquiao beat me, but I was a dead man walking anyway. But a good little man never beats a good big man, so it's a tough test for Crawford, but I'm not counting him out. The bottom line, and this is the truth again, it's a money grab. That's it.
Teddy Atlas offers a thoughtful perspective, highlighting that the battle between Crawford and Canelo is as much mental as physical. He points out that Crawford's intelligence and preparation could counteract Canelo's size advantage. Atlas frames the contest as a battle of minds, where sharpness, courage, and adaptability will determine who stands victorious when the final bell sounds.
He's too big, and, you know, Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Matrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. You know, he won, but it was more competitive than we thought. Well, we didn't understand how good Matrimorph was because we underestimated him because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter. Absolutely was. Right? And he's on this card, of course. But he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that. So we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our experience.
That's it for today's video.